Alright, I finally decided to get this done. I finally have free time. So I'm just gonna talk about what the HSW and US-DOJO plans were, and I'll probably have like Super Nintendo music or something underlaying because who wants to listen to a monotone voice for, oh dear, I don't know how long this is gonna last, but hopefully it's not gonna last too long. Okay, we're gonna start with HSW because it has a definitive ending, so that makes it, I'll probably ramble less, and it's probably gonna be the longer part, and then I'll probably either do US-DOJO next, and then either keep it as one part or have it as a two-parter, because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, with the HSW, we're gonna start with the HSW, and should I do a recap? Okay. Supernova happened. Giant won the HSW title. He is the first one. Now he got the title again. Sweet Tooth got kidnapped by Shao Kahn. Chuck Norris revealed that he killed Brandon Lee's father. Ninja won Skull title. Something tag title. I don't remember the rest. We're gonna go this by not pay-per-view, mega event to mega event, and then if there's anything noteworthy, I would just talk about what the plans were. Okay, so after Supernova is the Survival of the Greatest event, which is basically the Royal Rumble. Yeah, it's just the Royal Rumble. For the tag titles, the New Breed versus Andy and Tommy Wilson. Andy and Tommy Wilson were supposed to win the tag titles, but the storyline around here, I think I was gonna go with this. At the time, I'm pretty sure I was gonna do this. Tommy Wilson would win the title by cheating, and Andy Wilson didn't like that. He wanted to do it the honorable way, and there'd be like a brother versus brother thing, and that was going to lead into the feud into the WrestleMania event, the Great One. Sweet Tooth versus Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn wins because Shao Kahn's the only person that can beat Sweet Tooth, and that was the entire thing. Was someone be more powerful than Sweet Tooth? That was the entire storyline. I actually forgot to mention two matches: Mario versus The Rock, which was alluded to in Supernova. Nothing special, it's just a rematch from the Great One, from the first one, 2008. Mario wins. Alright, the other thing I forgot was Strong Bad versus Frankenstein with Conehead. The storyline here was Conehead turned on Strong Bad for, what was it? For all the backstage stuff Strong Bad would do when he got sick of it. So Conehead would take the jobbers of HSW, the vampires, and turn them into a decent tag team. Somehow, I don't know how. And Torment Strong Bad, they got Frankenstein in. Well, Frankenstein's monster, but you get the point. There wasn't really much to this. Strong Bad would win. I don't know what I would have done from there. There's not really much to say. It probably would have been better if I had like the shows to expand upon it, but that's basically the gist of it. The Giant who had the Giant's storyline after winning the title at Supernova, he was take a shot every time I say his storyline was his first title reign wasn't really that good, which it wasn't. It was only for one mega event, and then he lost it. And he's going to have open challenges week after week, and this was made in like 2009. These plans were like 2009, 2008. So the John Cena Open Challenge thing was not an influence at all in this booking. This stuff has been planned for years. I hope you trust me on this. Like, this stuff has been in my head for years, and I already had this book for years. So every week there'd be an open challenge. And then eventually they got to the mega event, not the great one, Survival of the Greatest, and then you'd have another open challenge, and the open challenge would be answered by the King. I'm pretty sure none of the YouTube people know who he is, but the only people that would watch this video probably know who he is. So he make his return, and then Giant wins. Lee versus Norris, question mark. That means I don't know if I was going to do that at that mega event. I'm probably going to save it for the next one. Well, I don't know if I was going to do that or not. The Royal Rumble match, Survival of the Greatest match, whatever. King, he won the first one at number 2 from the previous event of this stature, and after losing the title, I would have had a thing where he try to win at number 2 again, but the winner of the Royal Rumble was Don Vito Corleone, who was undefeated. Yeah, he was the undefeated guy in HSW besides Aki-Man. Or Aki-Man, yeah, Aki-Man. So, okay, next mega event is Death Waits for No One, the worst damn thing ever. I hate that name so much now. I was, I must have been a freshman in high school or like sometime in middle school when I came up with these names, so these are the worst things ever. Not gonna lie, I really hate these. But that's just because I'm like 21, 22 looking back at this. You're not gonna be really creatively talented when you're in your teens. Just a little life advice. Chuck Norris versus Brandon Lee in a casket match, which is SmackDown vs. Raw 2006, so that would be the buried alive thing. Norris would win and then the dirt would dump on him because Norris is a douchebag. Oh, by the way, he turned heel because he revealed that he killed Brandon Lee's father, Bruce Lee. So he tried to kill Brandon Lee with throwing the dirt on him. As an undead guy, I don't think I thought that one through too much. New Breed versus the Wilsons in the tag team match for the tag team titles. The New Breed become 3-time champions, and that's because Tommy Wilson abandons his brother Andy, and that whole storyline thing works. Kyle Stone versus the 1-2-3 Kid for the Echo title. The 1-2-3 Kid wins. I don't know why I decided to do that, but that was the plan. For the Skull title was Dynamite versus the Star versus the Ninja in a 3-way, and I think it was going to be a cage match or something, and the Star was going to win, or Austin Star, whatever I decided to name him. Yeah, Austin Star would win the title, so he's like a 3-time Skull champion, whatever. And there would be an Elimination Chamber match with 6 people, Giant, Strong Bad. I don't know if I was going to pull the trigger on this or not, but Genius will be in there, and there's a reason why. I don't know who the rest will be in there. I think Sweet Tooth and Shao Kahn might be in there. I don't know how to get them out of there. But, the idea for, I think the confirmed idea that I was going to go with was, Genius betrays Giant and eliminates him, and the whole Money Inc. stable, which has been around since, like, the beginning of the entire thing. That's, like, since 2006, breakup, basically. Strong Bad wins the title, so the great one, which is the WrestleMania, it's going to be Strong Bad versus Don Vito Corleone, most popular guy versus the undefeated guy. Speaking of the great one, here's the next one. Here is the great one. That was the pay-per-view. It's the mega event. Oh dear, I have like 10 matches on here. Usually it's just saying maybe I would have done 10. I don't doubt myself being insane at this point. If you study physics and you go insane very fast, it's wonderful. 1-2-3 Kid versus Parappa the Rapper. Oh, by the way, I wanted to put Parappa the Rapper in the HSW, and he would have debuted at the Royal Rumble match. If you don't know who that is, just look up the video. It's a guy from PS1 game. It's pretty good. I like it. He would have had the Chop Chop Master Onion theme. I'm sure no one cares, but I love themes, so I would make that out. 1-2-3 Kid wins. Oh joy. Giant. If I went through with the Money Inc. breakup thing, Money Inc. would still be going on, but it wouldn't be Giant and Genius. It would just be Genius and Kyle Stone, and Kyle Stone would be revealed as the Money Inc. The new Money Inc. member, replacing Giant at the Great One. I have no idea who would win that. I didn't think that one through. Andy Wilson versus Tommy Wilson. Brother versus brother, really turning each other. Tommy Wilson wins. Isn't that exciting? Shao Kahn versus Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth, I'm pretty sure Twisted Metal does not have this because they're canon, but I did it anyway. Sweet Tooth harnessed the power of Dark Tooth. Ooh, how scary! Then becomes like a darker, like, you know how Dark Aki-Man became a thing? You probably don't, but basically he harnesses the power of Dark Tooth, becomes a giant dude, and just well, not murder, but he destroys Shao Kahn. Doesn't kill him. And then after that, I had no plans written down for either Shao Kahn or Sweet Tooth, so I have no idea what would go from there. The King versus the Star for the Skull title. The entire idea behind that was the King was going to gun for the Skull title because it would make him a Triple Crown winner, and he betrayed Star because they were a tag team at one point. So becoming a Triple Crown winner and beating his former tag team partner that he turned on for the title is going to be the whole storyline. Star wins. Those good guys win. Wario wins a #1 contendership for the HSW title. I had no idea what I was going to do there. It probably would have been like a battle royal or something, I don't know. Akiman versus Omega Rugal. Bernstein. Probably should have went through this. Basically, Heheism becomes a super crazy cult and kidnaps Rugal. I don't know when, but it'll be in between Survival of the Greatest and the Great One. Akiman tries to find Rugal, and it turns out out of nowhere is Omega Rugal, who's a King of Fires. You have to look him up. I don't feel like explaining him. Not Rugal Bernstein, but it's like a super powered version of Rugal Bernstein. Rugal Bernstein, I don't remember. Well, it's German, so Steen or Stein. I guess, I don't know, that's irrelevant. Rugal Bernstein is in his Omega form. Then they face each other at the Great One. Omega Rugal wins, and it turns out Rugal Bernstein has his super version stripped from him. So there's Omega Rugal and there's Rugal Bernstein. In the same. I don't know how I would have to have actually done it because I'm trying to I can't really visualize this. And then Michael Jackson uses his crazy voodoo powers to rip Dark Akiman out of Akiman. So basically, jeez, I don't know how to explain this. This is actually kind of weird trying to explain this. Heheism would have Dark Akiman and Omega Rugal under their control, and then the pure versions, I guess, the Akiman and Rugal, they're basically facing their alter egos that were ripped from their person. I have no idea how to explain that, but it probably would have made way more sense if I actually got to that point and I was able to record the footage and show you what I meant. The pre-main event would have been Brandon Lee versus Chuck Norris in a Hell in a Cell. Bruce Lee shows up, costs Chuck Norris the match, Brandon Lee wins, and Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee return to the afterlife. That's the end of the feud. Chuck Norris stays a heel. Strong Bad versus Don Vito Corleone. Don Vito Corleone would have got a cool version of his theme played. Strong Bad wins. It's basically undefeated streak versus title, and title wins. Strong Bad wins, and Corleone didn't have any plans I didn't have any plans for Corleone from there, so that was probably a bad idea. Thunderstruck, I only had two matches planned at this point. Heheism, from that point on, revealed, I don't know if they're going to reveal their plans, but the idea was that Heheism tried to get all the titles, which was Ico, HSW, Skull, and Tag Team. They're trying to get all the titles. Why? Because they have a great power. Ooh, great power! I have no idea what the hell I was doing when I was a child. Okay. Cotton mouth. For Thunderstruck, I only had two matches planned. Akiman and Rugal versus Dark Akiman and Omega Rugal, and Dark Akiman and Omega Rugal win because Heheism is a powerful force. Then the main event would be Strong Bad versus Wario for the HSW title, and Wario would win. Exciting. Yeah, Wario winning the title was a plan for Wario winning the title is a long-term plan, because no one else gave Wario the title for whatever reason, so I was going to be the first. Twilight Zone was the next. The Twilight Zone was the next mega event. And here, whoever the Ico title, whoever was the Ico champion at the time, would face Sammy Stevens. Sammy would win. Sammy Stevens is a member of Heheism, if you don't remember. Freak is also a member of Heheism, and he wins the Skull title. Dark Akiman and Omega Rugal won the tag titles, and then Wario versus Michael Jackson for the HSW title. No contest, because everyone in Heheism just rushes out with their titles, and Michael Jackson knocks Wario out and just grabs the HSW title and because weird voodoo magic. They, if you ever played Final Fantasy VI, where Kefka destroys the world and becomes a god, that's basically what happens here. So Michael Jackson is Kefka from Final Fantasy VI. I did not realize that doing the storyline, but after which I realized it. It's kind of cool. But time freezes, Wario freezes. The only people that don't freeze are pretty much all the HSW roster. Like I don't even think Sherman was gonna be commentating. I don't think I was gonna have him commentate. I think I was gonna have the commentator in Frozen 2. I wasn't thinking that far ahead. And from there, it becomes just like this weird. It's basically kind of like Final Fantasy VI after Kefka destroys the world and rules it. Like they're trying to like be a what's it called? Rebel army, and led by Strong Bad. And anytime one of the rebel people, which is basically the entire HSW roster that wasn't Heism, and anytime any member of Heism beat one of the rebel members in the match, they would freeze the guy in the place. Yeah, you have to really use your imagination with this. That would lead to Welcome to Hell. I have no idea what would happen there. I didn't plan that event, but I did plan Steel Mayhem because that was the planned final event in HSW. Like, this would be the end. Because there's no way I could top that storyline. Akiman and Rugal Bernstein defeat Dark Akiman and Omega Rugal for the tag titles, and then Omega Rugal and Dark Akiman absorb back into the original guys. Oh god, I cannot. I'm doing a terrible job explaining how that works. The Freak versus someone for the Skull title, I have no idea who would win. Because it made it such a weird thing about the titles having to be together, so I don't think if you really want to think about it, please don't ever think about this too hard. It would destroy your brain probably. I don't think they would need to lose. I don't think Freak or Sammy Stevens would need to lose their title. So I had Sammy Stevens and Freak versus someone, and Sammy Stevens versus someone for their respective titles. I have no idea who would win. And then the main event would be Strong Bad versus Michael Jackson, Hell in Cell. Not for the HSW title, but Michael Jackson had the title and stuff. Strong Bad wins because good people win. The world returns to normal. Michael Jackson loses all his power. Sammy Stevens goes back to normal. The Freak doesn't go back to normal, but he's self-aware of what he used to be and did not like. And he was aware of what he used to be, and he was aware that he's under the control of Michael Jackson and can't stop it. So that's kind of a bad ending for that guy. Sammy Stevens returns normal. If you don't know who Sammy Stevens is, he was that Walmart Montgomery guy. Strong Bad returns the title back to Wario, saying he's the one that deserves that he's the true champion, and then significance of that is Wario and Strong Bad were like the big feud in HSW at one point, like the super duper big super duper big feud, and then that was the end of HSW.